Hello, everyone. This is Steve Crawford. Welcome back to another episode of the 7 Minute Spotlight, where we examine stories, ideas, and concepts for encouragement and inspiration in our lives. And today we're going to talk about stress and peace. And I want to start out right away in stating that I am definitely a student of this area. I'm fascinated with it, but I am not an expert professional. If you're really struggling with deep matters in your life, my goal is to point you in the right direction of what to look for, but this is not a substitute for any professional advice or counseling that people might need to get. Because one of the things that's going on in our lives is a lot of stress. We're all experiencing it. We're living in stressful times, not just because of what's going on in the world of politics and discontent throughout the country and throughout the world, but just in our own personal daily lives. We have built up such an expectation of ourselves, maybe of our families, of our coworkers, of our friends and neighbors, that we have to be performing all the time. We have to be pushing all the time. We have to have every moment occupied with some type of thought or activity. And in doing that, we don't know how to have peace. We might even ask the question, what is peace? One of the definitions is the absence of conflict, but maybe it isn't just about conflict. It's the overwhelming sense that we have so much going on, that everything should be in harmony, and there will be things that are out of balance in our life. Can we manage those things? Can we move beyond what's out of balance and deal with what we can handle and what we can take care of? Stress is when things are not working together simultaneously, a lack of harmony. A few years ago, I read a book by a gentleman named Ford Taylor, and in it, he discusses that there's two types of stress: eustress and distress. Now, we all know distress. Yeah, that makes sense. Eustress starts out with EU, just like the word euphoria. You have a lot of good things going on in your life. Maybe there's a job promotion. You got kids involved in activities at school, got a wedding to go to, just a lot of really good things happening. And the brain doesn't know the difference between eustress and distress. It can only just process so much information at a time. So we all like good things in our lives, but too many good things can cause stress, just the same as too many bad things. And sometimes we have a combination of them. We've got some good things going on, we've got some distressful things going on, and we have to learn how to live with it. And the big question is, how do you do that? Again, I'm not an expert, but the things that I've heard, the things that I've seen, the things that I've experienced, that in some way, shape, or form, we have to be able to release the item, the thing, the thought, and maybe we just have to release the expectation. If there's something that's going on that we have to take care of next week, we can't bury our head in the sand and pretend that it's not there, but we don't need to give it a lot of effort today if it's not necessary. And likewise, if we focus on the things that are important that need to be taken care of, we can block out. See, I think one of the things that causes distractions, or I'm sorry, causes distress, is distractions. And when we're distracted, then we start thinking about this and we're thinking about that. And then we're back into our mind is just going 24/7. Got to do this, got to do that. I have to be there. I have to be somewhere else. And we're just not geared up for it. We've got to be able to rest. We've got to be able to put our mind at ease. God has us wired that we need peace. He has us wired that we need rest. In the Bible, they call it a Sabbath rest. What are we doing so that we can just turn things off and enjoy ourselves? And I know myself, I'm in an industry that works 24/7. It's really difficult to be able to shut things off. And I have struggled mightily with it over the years. And I've paid the price for it, either relationally or personally, in that there's a physical conflict, or it's just that my mind is I'm not present, focusing on what I should because I'm distracted with something else. So it's easier said than done. I could just sit here and say, yeah, don't worry about it. Don't think about it. I know better. I know that it's there. It takes effort. But if we're going to have peace in our life, we've got to be able to understand what brings peace. And I think what's happened is that we maybe don't even know what peace looks like because we're so accustomed to having our minds be under stress, and we call it being busy. It seems like you ask somebody, how are you doing? Oh, I'm busy. Well, of course, we can all say that. But are we busy because we have to be, or are we just so accustomed to it, maybe addicted to it, that we don't know how to handle ourselves in the void of nothingness? One thing I really look forward to is time in the morning or time in the evening where I have nothing on the agenda, and I can use that time for thought, for reflection, for prayer, and sometimes to just sit and be, not have to do anything, not have to think anything, just to relax, let the pressure go off for a while, and prepare for the next event, for the next day, whatever it might be. So our challenge today is, what do we need to do to have peace? What can we let go of? How can we focus on ourselves and our mental health so that we can enjoy the moments that we have in life? Those are things that we love to hear about, things that we love to talk about. If you want to get a hold of us, it's steve@stevecrawford411.com. We'd love to hear from you. I want to send you off with the idea that your choices today will determine if you're going to have peace or if you will have stress and distress. There's things that will happen from the outside. How we choose to handle them is going to lead us towards peace. We'll see you on the next one. Everyone, take care. God bless.